I'm a doctor, I'm a physician, or I'm a worker, or I'm retired, and this is what I have. Well, what do I have? Not what I don't have, but what do I have? And I'm going to reinforce that. And anytime that you think you can't do that, write it down on a piece of paper. If you like to type, and you're on a typewriter, you're on a computer, and blow it up to 30-point font, like when I do my speeches, I make my text very large. In fact, this is the smallest my text is, because I usually make it very large because I don't want to say, wait a minute, okay, let me continue. And if you've ever spoken to people or watched people, think of all the orators you like. They're the ones that don't go. Let me continue by saying that I thank you very much for all the things that have been done. You like people who have eye contact, who are talking from here and not from here. And, you know, there's a joke that a shrimp has its heart in its head. So when it points to talking from here, it's talking from both its heart and its head. The same concept applies. You want to create something that is going to signal you. Well, if you write something out, you type, I am happy about fill in the blank. And you look at that, you'd be surprised at what kind of stimulus it has. You know, when they teach lawyers and other communicators on how to effectively persuade, there are a number of studies that have been done about what makes people believe what you said. I'm a lawyer, I'm trying cases in front of, and I've been in every jurisdiction. I've been in Kansas, I've been in southern Missouri, I've been in New York, I've been in Arizona, I've been in California, I've been in Florida. Doesn't matter where you are. Each jury has its own kinds of feelings and ideas based on their culture. Well, how do you communicate? What's the most effective way to communicate? Well, there's an expression that we use when we train lawyers and other orators, and that is that if you want somebody to listen, tell them. If you want them to understand, show them. So if you stimulate two senses, eyes and ears, you're going to have much more of a likelihood that someone will remember it than if you just stimulate one of them. So in other words, if you listen on the radio, and you talk to people about, oh, baseball was great when I listened to it on the radio, it was unbelievable, or whatever shows you watched or listened to on the radio. If you think about now, when you see them on TV, it adds tremendous value, and most people who watch television would say, I have to see the television. I need to see the actor's face. I need to see the baseball player. Whatever it is. Why? Because you're stimulated by two senses. It's much more enjoyable to be stimulated by two senses. In fact, they say that when you watch sports and other types of things, you should eat, because you're stimulating three senses. That's why a lot of people like to eat or drink, because you're stimulating multiple senses at the same time. And that's a very, very significant thing. So you want your life to do that by writing down what you're happy for or what you love, and then reading it, and actually saying, I'm happy for. You hear what you said. It's just like when they teach people how to exercise or do anything that's repetitive. You start with one sit-up,